Kings and queens, welcome to 3K Radio, designed for the higher state of mind. My name is Iz. On the far right, we have my brother Chill, and in the middle, we have his rawness, the brown recluse, the fire sign, Meru Muad'Dib. We're going to be asking him a few questions in this segment. So let's start off with, let's see, how did you get into music?
Originally, when I was in the 7th grade, middle school, I played the trumpet. And around the same time, hip-hop was blowing up. And, it was grooming us, and we were learning from it and growing from it. And that was my initial introduction into music. Whatever songs were going on the radio at the time, imitating them, lip-syncing them in the basement, acting like you had crowds of people and whatnot.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's cool, man.
Yeah.
Well, also too, brother, I've known you for a long time, and it wasn't too long ago that we almost lost you. And you had a near, I don't know if you want to call it near death or at death's door experience. But how can you explain to us how did that affect you spiritually, and also how did it affect you as an artist?
Well, it let me know that this isn't a joke. You always think it's gonna happen to somebody else. It never happens to you. For those of you don't know, real quick, I had a tooth get infected with a flesh-eating bacteria. I was in the hospital for 3 weeks and whatnot. It was some pretty dark days. But going through that, it let me know that we only here for a minute. It's temporary, and it showed me some things that were really, really important: family, friends, things of that nature.
So, what was the name of the infection? I mean,
necrotizing fasciitis. Necro meaning death.
Death.
So yeah, they gave me a 5% chance to live.
Really?
Yeah, but I took that as a sense of encouragement because I've always been a poor righteous teacher.
Yeah.
The 5%. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's what's up with that.
So you mentioned the poor righteous teacher. So out of that experience, what could you teach our viewers right now? What kind of lesson could you offer them out of that experience?
Well, I mean, the important things of life, the things that matter the most. Friendship, love, comfort. When the virtues that we all aspire to. That's basically what it do.
All right. Okay. We're going to take a quick commercial break. All right, y'all. Welcome back to 3K Radio, designed for the higher state of mind. We're interviewing our fellow brother Meru Muad'Dib at the moment, and we've got a couple more questions that we want to ask him. Let's talk about your political views, so to speak. Let's see. What is your political view on how foreign relations are going in this country, like the political process and and how it affects foreign relations? What do you think about that?
What foreign relations? The only foreign relations the United States understand is I'm the bully. We got the biggest, best guns and the biggest, best soldiers, and eventually, at some point, you're gonna do what we say. That's the arm. That's essentially the arm. The foreign relations of the United States government.
Really? Well, weren't you a member of the armed forces at one point in time?
Yeah. Right out of high school, I went into the Army. Really? That's how I know what I'm talking about. A lot of people, and you may not know that, but a lot of people talk stuff about the government, but haven't, and I'm not saying you to criticize the government or to critique the government. You know what I'm saying? You gotta necessarily be in the military, but for me, that gives me credentials. You know what I'm saying? To talk the stuff I talk about the government. You know what I'm saying? Because I saw some things on the inside, and I don't know everything, but I know what I know. I know what they taught me, and I know what I went through. So I know the foreign policy. I know what they show on CNN, ABC, and Fox. Yeah. But I also know, what the real deal is too, and it's two totally different things. So there is no foreign policy. It's just we're gonna break you down so we can either take you out and set up somebody we want, or you do what we want you to do. That's the United States foreign policy.
And by the way, you can hit us up on Facebook on our Three Kings page. You can ask Meru any of these other questions. We only have a limited amount of time. But I want to ask you something, brother.
Yeah.
Right now, you know, it's the end of the year. You know, we coming off of Black Friday, Black Saturday, Cyber Monday.
Cyber Monday.
You know, all of this money being spent.
Is it Negro Tuesday?
Yeah, well, I don't know what it is. What's your viewpoint on holidays in general?
Well, we know a lot of the holidays, a great deal of them have pagan origins. Now, me personally, I use the time in 2013 a day, like Thanksgiving, for instance. I consider myself, or Christmas is coming up. I don't consider myself celebrating those holidays. Holiday comes from holy day, okay, which goes back to the pagan origins because these days were holy, of course, to the pagans. But Christmas, for instance, I don't necessarily celebrate the Christ Mass aspect, but the time is used in 2013 a day for family and friends and to come together.
Okay.
You know, so that's what I use it for.
And by the way, shout out to all of our Native American brothers and sisters on Thanksgiving, because we understand what really happened.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and that's a whole nother message because that was us.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, shout out to them too, no doubt. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, we have to, understand that was us, a lot of the Pilgrims Rock and all that, too.
Yeah, they would help us.
Plymouth Rock, I'm sorry. Not Pilgrim, but Plymouth
Landed
Rock.
on us.
Landed
right?
on us, you
Landed
know.
on us, right?
Yeah, that's what's up.
Okay. All right. Well, we're going to head into our last and final, I guess this is the ending of this episode, actually.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to leave you with a song. We definitely going to come back at you. We're going to try to do this thing as often as possible. We appreciate the love and support. Check out our Three Kings page. All of the credits will be at the end of this.
Yeah. 3 Kings Execution Squad. Hitting hard. Shining light in the dark.
Yo, 3 Kings henchmen in the trenches, lyrically lynching. Unstoppable pressure on them blasts to ascension. On the mountaintop, talking to God. Throw lightning rods at your squad. Molotovs going off. One rowdy big ass mob. Show the divine when we rhyme. Haters don't like it, don't have time. Mind your mind, I'm a witness. Mind your business. 3 Kings shit is mad, crazy, ridiculous. Sickest and the wickedest. Stick with the best it is. Midwest flow is fresh as shit. Apply pressure with overdose of vicious flows. Eardrum blow, bloody nose. Arm and hammer, throw them bows. Rowdy shouting, soaring like a fountain. Rain, pain, pounding. Join with us in this exodus from the valley to the mountains.
Kings Execution Squad. Hitting hard. Shining light in the dark.